Is it? Let's have a look. It says that you're live.
Okay, wait, let me see if I can find us. Oh,
That's so cool. I wonder if you will be able to see comments on it too.
oh, now we can hear us. Got to turn the sound down.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I can see.
Oh, we've got 2 viewers already.
Oh, great.
Okay, we are going to try and find out how we can read the comments, because we haven't done this since COVID, really, which was fun.
Which was really fun.
It was a long time ago.
So ladies, when you jump online, can you please say hello? Please comment below. Please let us know if the sound is great. So is that?
Yeah, I think the sound.
It's this little mic. I was going to do a little rap, but that might be a bit silly of me. So we just want to check, is the sound okay? Can you hear us okay?
Okay, I think I've got.
You got it.
Got comment,
Great.
but no one has commented yet.
Okay.
Live chat.
But sometimes there's some little funny thingy that goes on.
Okay,
All right.
let's see if anyone.
So we'll just wait a couple of minutes for other people to join us, other women to join us for this beautiful night one of our sleep series experience. We're so excited to do this. We've had so much fun planning it, haven't we, Frankie?
have.
Had a lot of giggles as we've set this up, and it's just something that we really believe in. Can you see the comments coming through?
They're coming through.
Brilliant.
Yay, we did it.
When I did my life reset, I was doing it at home and I was thinking, where is Frankie? Because Frankie's the technical expert in the team, as those that followed a lot of this virtual stuff that we did in the pandemic will know. And so I did a life reset by myself like last month, and I felt like such a fuddy-duddy, because I'm like, I don't know how to see the comments. And after I had to like go through them.
The really funny thing is that I'm also really bad at tech, so it's actually quite worrying that you go to me.
The bar is low, ladies. The bar for tech expertise is low.
Hello, Shelley.
Great. Oh, great. Hi, Shelley. Abigail. Hi, Abigail. How are you?
Corin, hey.
Hey, Corin. Mwah. And we've got Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
From
Lovely to see you
Brisbane.
again. Who's up at the top here?
That's me.
Frankie. Oh. Frankie Moore. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, well, it's lovely seeing you, ladies. Okay, great. Okay. So
Can
we've
see
got,
us.
yeah. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Well done. Well done on finding us. Well, we will dip into things, but who would like to? I know some of you ladies have seen our beautiful yoga shala.
Oh,
but Frankie, do you want to give the ladies, just while we hop on, a little tour for those that haven't been at retreat? This is our wellness shala that we had redesigned. How long ago now? About a year ago, right?
What?
Or maybe 2. I don't know. A little peek out here.
Nice little balcony up there. We've got a lovely. Say hi, team. So we've got this. My favourite feature. I'm going to show you this behind the scenes. My favourite feature is this.
Ooh, I love the lights. Feels so glamorous.
Beautiful lighting. Beautiful outside garden.
Little Japanese Zen garden.
Here, and a beautiful Buddha using our behind the scenes.
All that stuff. Great. Let's have a little tour. How does that look? Oh, good. Great. Get the purple drums out of the way.
Using sound healing.
Sorry, Dr. Raj. We're just borrowing the crystal bowls to pop up our laptops.
Do what you got to do.
You do. You got to do what you got to do around here. So, ladies, big welcome to night 1 of a series that we've had a lot of fun planning and that we're super excited to bring to you all across the world from us here in Bali. So for those that don't know me, that don't know you, those that don't know you, those that don't know me, sorry, I've had two of my girls at home today. Frankie came over and it's just been chaos. Anyway, for those that don't know me, my name's Jen, or Janine, but I'm from New Zealand and we like to shorten all names. So my name's Jen, I'm the founder of Escape Haven. I started Escape Haven 18 years ago now. I can hardly believe it when I think back to how long that's been. Really long. It's a long time. And it's been my absolute pleasure to welcome 15,000 beautiful women here to Escape Haven. And I'm so thrilled to co-lead this experience with Frankie tonight and during the week. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, I'm Frankie again. If you don't know me, I have worked on retreat now for 8 years, on and off. Had 2 babies along the way. So if you were a guest between 2023 and 2025, I was having my babies. But back now, I'm really excited to be doing this with you and be doing this with you. So wherever you're joining us from, just slowly start to arrive. That's enough. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. We're just here to guide and assist you along the way today.
And just make sure that you've found yourself a nice quiet spot away from children or the husband or flatmates or friends, where this next half hour is just for you. If you've got a lovely drink or you've set up your space, make sure that you do that now. We included a sleep guide, so hopefully you ladies have received that and downloaded it. It's in your email. It's also on the landing page with the links that you've got in this group. So if you haven't, no problem at all. Just follow along tonight and download that when you can, because that's a really great companion guide for this virtual experience this week. And I just wanted to touch on a little bit about why we created this, like why did the sleep series come into existence? And the reason was really simple. We know after observing 15,000 beautiful women that have joined us on retreat that the number one challenge that our ladies have is often sleep, particularly when you're transitioning into midlife or out of midlife. I'm dealing with that at the moment with these nasty little 3 a.m. wake-ups, kind of a morning routine that I joke about that I never actually planned. So it's interesting. It's a bit of a wild ride to navigate. Work stress, there's so many reasons for sleep being bumpy at times. And so we focus a lot on sleep at retreat. Those that have joined us will know how obsessive we are about it, because we know it's the foundation for everything. It's the foundation for feeling well, for living well, for longevity, for showing up in the world in a way that we want to. And so we took a lot of the tools that we created on retreat with the whole idea that it had to be something that you could easily integrate into your life. We know that, we call it the sleep anxiety that happens, right, on Thursday or Friday every week on retreat, where guests are saying, how do I recreate the sleep back home? Because I know I can't take the team with me to do my turn down service or mist my pillow or run my aroma flower bath. I know Dr. Raj isn't going to be there with his floating sound healing, the nightly spa treatment. So what can I do? What are some practical takeaways and rituals that I can do to secure that sleep experience that I've been having here? And so with that in mind, we wanted to offer this as a virtual experience with those tools that are just super simple. We've created these workshops being micro workshops because we know if something's too long, probably not going to do it, right? And so we wanted things that were simple but powerful. And often the most powerful things are the simplest things. So that's how this week has been designed. And every night is a different tool that we wholeheartedly believe on and retreat. And we know that there'll be 1 or 2 that really sticks for you. So, yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we are. It's really, we find, so many of us find it so hard to switch off. And we promise that it's not your fault. I find it hard to switch off even though I do all of these practices all the time. And it's actually really interesting a little bit to find out a little bit about the science behind all of it. So I'm going to break down later on a little bit of the science, give you some special tools and tips that we give the ladies here at Escape Haven to take home, and many of you may already know them, but just like a gentle reminder of what you can do to help calm your nervous system, to help switch off. And then also we're going to end with a really nice easy breath work that you can take wherever you are in the world, whether you're staying at home or staying in a hotel or traveling. If you're someone who has to travel a lot, no one can take that breath away from you. It's something that you can take everywhere. So once you've mastered that breath, once you've discovered how to wind down using breath, it's with you forever. So that's the best tool that we can give.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we started, I just wanted to ask, and no shame at all, no judgment whatsoever, but I'd love to know, and I'm very curious, just to have a little bit of a poll of when was the last time you had a really good sleep, and not only slept a long time, so 7.5 to 8.5 hours, but woke up feeling really fresh afterwards, because that's always a good gauge, isn't it? You can have long sleeps but wake up a bit groggy because the depth wasn't there. So I'm just curious if you can drop into the comments when the last time was, because that would be interesting to see. And I'm seeing a lot more of your names as well in the comments, which is wonderful.
You
found that. Proud of me. So I just
you
wanted
found
to,
the comment.
Yeah, I found the comments.
Oh, but they've disappeared again.
I'm stoked. Hi Faye, how are you? We're so excited to have you coming back in September. And Abigail, you're going to be here soon too at Mana, which is exciting. We've got Carol.
Carol says years ago was the last time
Years ago.
slept. I'm also in that stage right now. I have 2 littles. One, my youngest is 1, or nearly 1, and my oldest is 3. So me finding sleep is, quite rare, but when you do get those I call them like the unicorn sleep. When I have that 8 hours, I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I had 8 hours of sleep. Are they both okay?
Yeah, what's happened? Are they alive? I've found that using these sleep tools and rituals has just really helped support me through perimenopause and through that wild transition, something you've got to look forward to.
Us women, but it's so important to keep these practices. Like even with the littles, I will go to sleep, I'll wind my way down, and it actually helps me so much, even if I do just get that 3 to 4 hours. If one of them, if my little one is teething or something like that, the fact that I've been able to do that breath work, to do that little bit of winding down, it actually really helps. With the yoga nidra that I do on Wednesday, they say just 30 minutes of yoga nidra is the same as getting 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So if I do that before sleep and then I only get 4 hours, there we have it. I've got my 8 hours.
Have we got Shelley McGee last week, 9 hours, but didn't feel refreshed. Yeah, and that's always the gauge, isn't it? It's not just the length, but the depth of it as well. Corin, a long while, a couple of years, Sharon. Wow, yes, years ago, Carol. Yeah, and you know what? If your answer is years ago or I can't remember, know that you're not alone. It is the number one challenge our guests have had, and all the time we've been running retreats. So that's why you're here, right? And here to do something about it. So let's dip into the sleep science. Look at the science behind it, because it's interesting. I think if you understand the why, right, that sort of gives you that perspective on how important it is.
100%. So a little bit to make it not so complicated, or just really easy digestible bits behind this is, as many of you know, we have those 2 main nervous system states. We have the sympathetic, which is the fight, flight, the one that quite honestly, women specifically, we are in it all the time. We have that constant to-do list, that active, that doing, that alert state of being. And then the other side of that is the parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest, and it's actually really the only state where we're able to heal, and it's what we really love to teach the women what to do here at Retreat. We really try to get everybody to calm their nervous system and come down into that parasympathetic state. But sadly, the majority of us are always in that constant fight or flight. Traffic, that always heightens my nervous system, especially here in Bali sometimes. Throughout the whole day, the kids, the dogs, whatever it may be, constant barking, constant cleaning, we manage to slip quite easily into that state of being. So that when we do get to bed, it's going to be impossible to switch that off after 14 hours of activeness.
Activeness.
There's the science for you.
And we see it on retreat a lot, just in terms of women's bodies, because when you're in the sympathetic nervous system, your breathing is completely different. You're breathing from here instead of your diaphragm. So you're breathing like this. So our spa team, when you're on the table, or Ayurveda team, will see it and guess, you have that expression, their shoulders dropped after a few days on retreat, because their muscles relax. When you're tense all the time and breathing up here, your muscles contract. So a lot of people have really tight traps, really tight across here. I remember when I worked in the corporate world, it was like rocks here. And that's why so many of our guests love hard massages. Most of our spa therapists are employed, right, because they're really strong and can give really strong massages, because that's the preferred technique by so many of our busy women that come and stay here, because they're in that fight or flight for most of their day.
So switching that off is really, really hard. And so what we have really come to discover is that we kind of need to prepare a little bit of a runway. You can't just expect a plane to land straight away and stop. It has to have that runway. And so what we're doing throughout this week, and what we really like to promote here at the retreat, is learning how to kind of get that runway from going 100 miles per hour to slowing it down, so that when we actually reach the bay, reach our bed, we're able to park and to rest and to let go. So what really happens is that we have that cortisol, that stress hormone, and it stays elevated, which keeps our heart rate elevated, and that's really hard for us to then wind down after that. And then with that, melatonin is suppressed. It's unable to rise up and do its job that it needs to do, which melatonin is that response to make us calm and to make us sleep. And then now we're all taking melatonin. When we actually have it within us, we have melatonin within us. So it's just really important to try and get that to come back, to self-promote that beautiful hormone response.
Yeah, so true. And it's weird, that expression tired but wired, what it actually means when your body is like so exhausted, right? But your mind's on. Your nervous system hasn't come down, it hasn't downshifted and changed. So how do you expect to sleep well when you're still in that upward state, yet you're so bone tired at the same time? And we live in a tired and wired world, but that's the actual meaning of it.
Exactly, and like this modern world, it really doesn't make it easy for us to go to sleep. There's certain things that we kind of fuel ourselves with throughout the day. The main one really being these wonderful but disruptive phones. They have this blue light, exactly, and so they're flashing in our faces all the time. It's immediately from the minute we wake up, that dopamine hit of blue light. 10 p.m., 11 p.m., even though it is at nighttime, your brain is going to think that it's still daytime, because that blue light is signaling to your brain to stay awake. So there are certain apps now that you can get on your phone to help turn it into that orange light, but it's still best to try and avoid and put the phone away, leave the phone out of the room. The other one, which we find really, really interesting, is caffeine. That caffeine, actually up to 6 hours, can stay half of its life or half of its strength within our bodies. So if you're somebody who has a lot of coffee or even caffeinated drinks or tea, if the last one that you have is around 3 p.m., that means when you start to go to bed around 9 p.m., you still have half of that caffeine within your system, within your body, which means that at 3 a.m. in the morning, you still have a quarter of that caffeine moving through. So we're trying to, expect ourselves to go to sleep whilst we still have this drug, because it is actually part of a drug within our bodies, and it's actually making it harder for us to go to sleep. So best to keep caffeine towards the beginning of the day and go into that decaffeinated teas and things towards the end of the day.
I've always been curious how the Italians do it.
They don't have they only have coffee in the morning. I'm not Italian, but if you're Italian, please let me know. But I know that they only allow cappuccinos in the morning, I think, and then espressos throughout the rest of the day. Yeah, how do they sleep?
I don't know.
If you're Italian, how do you sleep?
Tell us in the comments. And the third thing is the cortisol residue at the end of the day. So no transition between doing of the day and then being able to relax in the evening. I mean, if you think about it, we need, as Frankie, gave that beautiful visual of a plane landing, we need that runway where we're transitioning from all of that being on and that, doing, to being able to simply relax and rest and know that it's a safe space to sleep. We can't go from scrolling through our social media, reading up on all the news all around the world of all disasters happening. I love looking at disasters. I look at boat disasters. Anyway, that's just me. I'll pass that on to Indy. She likes doing that too. Anyway, I'm going off track here. But you can't go at night time from, scrolling, doom scrolling on social media, or doing a work email and reading something really important that's work related, through to, looking on YouTube or watching a scary action, like thriller where people are getting shot, or a drama that's really intense, and then just switching off and closing the laptop and going, okay, I'm going to sleep now. And so many of us do that. And so that's one of the biggest barriers that we have that is easy to change when we make a habit of it, that stops us from having a really refreshing sleep. We might still have the same amount of sleep, but we're more likely to wake up, and we're more likely to not hit those, the real depth of deep sleep and REM based sleep as much as we should. And if you think about it, that's the time when we're in deep sleep, where the brain literally has its cleaning crew that comes in and cleans away something called all of our tau tangles. And that's what stops us having cognitive decline. So it's so important to get that restful sleep by being able to think about that on-ramp and that transition from the doing to the being.
So we have I have 3 practical wind down tips for you ladies today. And if you've been on retreat, you know that my first one is one that you can take home with you from retreat. So here, every night, the butlers and the beautiful house team here, they do a turn down service, of course, in your bedrooms, and they leave little sleep notes on your pillow. And so if you've been to Escape Haven, you might have collected them and taken them home with you. I've
tried to train Trent on doing it, but he's not a fan.
If you took yours home, let us know in the comments, because I know lots of people take them home with them. If you haven't been yet, or if you didn't take them home, it's really easy. Just get little square pieces of paper and write down a couple of night quotes, like, tonight I give myself permission to rest, or
I like that one.
Tonight I manifest my dreams, or whatever it may be that makes you feel, ready to rest. Have these little cards. So 5 or 10 minutes before you go to bed, I want you to go into your room and give yourself a little turn down service. Put on yellow lighting, so very mood setting, soft lighting. If you haven't got a little lampshades, you can literally go to IKEA or any store and just get that really nice soft mood lighting either side of your bed. Light your favorite candle or incense, or get some nice duvet spray, lavender spray over your room. Turn off your main light. Put your little sleep card on your pillow. If you want to be really, really cute, you could put a little chocolate on your pillow.
Yeah, but make it sugar-free.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, cacao, that's happy. Yeah. All right, put something nice on your pillow. And then close your door. Get ready for bed, so whatever it may be that you do to get ready for bed, brush your teeth, do your face, have your shower, so that when you then walk into your bedroom and you open your door, you're like, oh my gosh, Etty was here, or Zoe was here, they've done my turn down service for me. Be that person, be your own self-care butler, be your own sleep butler, and make that little safe sanctuary for you.
we had Tracy. Tracy said,
Yeah.
yes, I took mine home with me. I love that, Tracy. We hear it all the time. Carol, love the sleep notes, still have them.
Yeah.
Sarah, your sleep notes are so good. Oh, we're so happy to hear that, ladies.
They are the best. You have to.
Do you know, we did that from day one, the sleep notes, just because it's so important, your mindset before you sleep. And there was a time that came up about 5 years in of going, gosh, it takes a lot of time to write all these sleep notes. Maybe we should get them printed. And I was like, no, I think these have to be handwritten because we're so used to it. Yeah, it's special, right? We live in such a digital age, and I think there's nothing better than having something that's handwritten.
Yeah.
I will say though, we had a laugh. I remember once years ago, this is another little aside, sorry.
What happens when me and Janine do these things together?
We always go off track. But this is funny, this will make you laugh, ladies. A while ago, so a friend was staying on retreat and she sent me a photo of her turn down note on that day of retreat, and it said it was so essential of the meaning changing when a word's left out, and instead of it saying you are not too old to dream new things and discover new horizons, it said you are too old to discover new dreams and explore new horizons.
Oh,
so
no.
They left out the word never. But anyway, we corrected that. Hopefully that wasn't a batch. And we've continued writing those 18 years in, and we won't stop that.
So special.
Yeah, it's so cute.
So my second little tip to go to sleep is to try and keep technology out of your room. So your bedroom should be your safe sanctuary, your sleep sanctuary. And so if you are somebody who works at home, try to never work in your room. Create that beautiful safe space for yourself within that room. And if you can, try to keep your phone out of your room. So have a safe space outside your room where you can keep your phone. If you're someone who relies on your phone to wake you up, then you can buy one of those little old school alarm clocks. I know Janine has one, her and Trent have one. And so it means that all technology is out your room. So then you don't even have the temptation to go on your phone. Understand if you have family members that need you in the night or anything like that. If you are somebody who the phone is needed to be next to you, then get one of those orange light apps so that you can really dim that blue light so that it doesn't affect your sleep or your brain.
One of the things I was going to ask is, one of the things I've been playing with is this idea of a phone box and having it on retreat. Our view of retreat is giving ladies tools and encouraging them, but not making anyone feel guilty about the choices they make at all. But I have been thinking about doing this little nightly ritual where we do just like some meditation at night and have a ritual where the lights are dim, the candles are out, we do like a little sleep meditation, and then we have a box where people can actually put their phones to bed. I don't know if that would be something that would be interesting to guess, but how would you feel about kind of learning that art? Because really that's just about creating a routine, right? That could be carried on back home. The only thing, I wouldn't want it to backfire by anyone feeling guilty, like that they're not doing that. But let me know in the comments anyway, I'm interested.
Or maybe just like one night as a practice.
Yes.
Because I think if people arrived and we're like, give us all your phones, they're going to be like, what?
I've made us hand our phones in. And then we put a lock on it and take the key. Yeah. But anyway, let us know, ladies, if some part of that might be interesting, because I love that concept of a phone fence. We call it a home of phone fence, where we have rules, no phones at the table around meal times, but also in the bedroom after 7 p.m. So, yeah, let us know about our version of the phone fence and what you think about that.
I always know when Janine has put her phone away because it doesn't go through, and I'll be messaging you at like 8 p.m. and I'm like, oh, because I've just managed to get my kids to sleep, and then I message Janine and it goes to the one tick and I'm like, damn it, I'm too late. She's gone to bed. Yes. And then she'll reply to me at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm awake. Anyway, my third tip, we digress, oh my goodness. So sorry, ladies. My third tip is doing something special as your wind down, is to either have a nice warm bath or a nice shower one of my favorite things is, if you don't have a bath, is like do an aromatherapy shower, is get your favorite scents, whether that may be lavender or eucalyptus or something, and spray it around the walls of your shower. So then when you have a hot shower, it does the aroma, so you have like your own special steam, spa steam room. A hot beverage to go to sleep, obviously not one that's caffeinated, but something calming like chamomile or whatever you find calming. If you've been here and Dr. Raj has given you a special potion, given you a special sleep potion, we do a sleep potion here as well. And what that does is it warms your body up, but then afterwards it slowly cools your body down. And this is exactly what nature intends with the sun setting. It goes from hot to cold. And so by doing that kind of ritual of a hot shower, coming out of it, becoming cool, having a hot drink, finishing it, becoming cool again, it reminds your body of, it's time for us to go to sleep.
Beautiful. I love that idea. We also, in the sleep guide, include a beautiful lavender body scrub recipe that we make on retreat. So it's very simple and something you can make at home to have in the shower too. But I love that idea of spraying some of it around the walls. So those are 3 great tips, ladies. So the caffeine, the being your own sleep butler. So being your own sleep butler and doing that beautiful little turn down for you. Having the phone fence. So being able to put your phone away and having some boundaries on that before you go to bed. And then having a little nighttime ritual. So whether that's the warm bath or shower with the scent or a hot drink. So 3 different ideas. I'd love to know in the comments below what one you would like to try or what ones you do, because I think if there's nothing that you remember from this week, from all the 5 days, if you just do a couple of those, if you do those 3 things, you are going to have such a different sleep. And you don't have to do them all at once, but being able to try different ones and seeing what stick, I think would be really interesting. So I'd love to just hear from you, ladies, which one you'd like to try or which one you favour. Maybe you already do something regularly, because it's not what you do just once a week. Like any routine with wellness, it's what you can apply consistently. And that's why we always say retreat is like a treasure chest. We have a large array of options available because we do that by design. Some things are going to stick and some things aren't. We don't want you to do everything. Just like the sleep series this week, we didn't design it intending that you were going to do everything perfectly, because that's just not how the world works. We're all busy. But there's going to be a couple of things that stick. So if you can have 2 to 3 things that can stick, even like these little tips, these little practical tips, that is going to put your sleep on a whole other trajectory. And we know once we've got our sleep going right, everything else just falls into place. We're less reactive, we're less tired, our brain is more awake. It's been able to clean itself, so we show up cognitively a lot faster, we feel happier, our mood increases. There's so many well-researched benefits to having a great sleep. So isn't it worth really leaning into, some of these things? And as we said, it's not simple. It's just getting that runway sorted. So what is your runway?
Tracy has said, I love the night ritual idea. I do a warm drink before bed each night and shower by dim light at night. That's really beautiful. Already doing 2 of the tips.
It sounds very romantic.
Yeah, so it is all about loving yourself. These things are, to promote and boost those nice sleep hormones, those nice happy hormones. We've got to do these little love rituals towards ourselves. Sharon, I really like this idea as well, is to have maybe a box placed in each room so that you can have the option of placing. That's a really good idea. So actually, having it in the room, not us taking it. And then you can place it in there and become that own little ritual, and then you can, to make your own box when you get home.
I love that. We could even have a little card, with a little ritual of how they could do that nightly ritual where the phone goes in the box.
Sarah has written, great tips, love the concept of having a sleep runway and the turn down service before I go to bed. Read the phone box, maybe advertise it at the start and leave a box somewhere we could leave our phones in it. So no guilt if you don't do it.
I think that's a big one.
I think in the room is a really good idea.
It's a great idea.
Then you can come down to breakfast and be like, oh yeah, I totally put my phone in the box.
My phone was in there all night. It's still there.
Abigail's written, eucalyptus shower and a special turn down habit sounds lovely. Yes, well done, ladies.
Great.
You know, putting these little habits. And, you know, choose the ones or do the ones that feel good for you. We always turn to the things that make us feel good and make us feel happy and that resonate with us. So if one feels good, do that. If the other one doesn't, then you don't need to do it. But yeah, definitely choosing one or two little things to help you get that, you know, perfect night's sleep or good night's sleep or average night's sleep. We're aiming for an 8 hours.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so let's close this slowly. We're going to end this beautiful little live chat with you today with a breathwork practice. It's going to not take that long, about 4 minutes, and you can do it before bed tonight. So if you're joining us live and it's not actually your bedtime yet, then you can do this later on. You can save it for later on. Get into bed, get into something cozy and comfy. It's not bedtime for us just yet. The sun is definitely setting behind us. So what we're going to be doing is the breath work called 4-7-8 breath. And it was developed by Dr. Wheel, Dr. Andrew Wheel, who is one of the world's most respected
integrative.
I knew I was going to struggle with that word. I looked at Janine already, like, I can't say integrative.
I've got you. Integrative medical doctor. He's incredible.
He's just really, he's actually really interesting if you go onto his YouTube and find some beautiful breath. Anyway, he's done lots of studies on how to calm our nervous system, but also how to activate the vagus nerve, which is the nerve that helps turn on that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest.
And if any of you did our breathwork training course over the pandemic, you'll know that that was our favourite breathwork practice.
So what we're going to be doing is inhaling for a count of 4, holding it for that count of 7, and then exhaling out through the mouth for a count of 8. If you find my breath count when we do it together a little bit too slow or even a little bit too fast, I'm also going to give you a little bit of time to practice it with your own breath count, because doing it on your own is actually so much more beneficial sometimes than following along somebody, because sometimes it can trigger that I can't hold my breath for that long. So if you get to a 5 or a 6 with the breath hold, then just start your own exhale. Don't feel like you need to hold it as long as my breath count. Okay, should we get ready?
Yes.
All right. So get into any comfortable position. Lie down if you are able to lie down. If you are listening or with us live driving, which you really shouldn't be doing anyway. Don't do this.
That's a good point. If you're watching on replay and you're driving your car, please stop.
But come to lie down. Close your eyes. Let everything go. And let's just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and just exhale out. Feel your body drop with that exhale. Let's go again as you breathe in through the nose. And then exhale out. Beautiful. Allowing every part of your body just begin to soften. From your jaw, really feeling your jaw release and relax. Your shoulders. And noticing as your body really drops into the earth and you feel the earth hold you. And in this moment, just saying to yourself, I am safe. I give myself permission to release, to let go, and to relax. So we're going to start by just following the breath in and out of the nose to begin. So just really slowly slowing your breath down. Making this your last exhale, really releasing through that exhale, and then breathing with me for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now exhale out nice and slow through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale together. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out through the mouth. Slow it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, breathe it in. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now exhale your breath out, slow and steady through the mouth, as if you're blowing out a candle. 7, 8. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale, release. Allow that breath to soften your body, your mind. Release. Again, breathe it in. Really slowing down now. Hold your breath. Exhale, let it go. Last round, just on your own. And then just take a little moment to lie here in this beautiful stillness. And just noticing what it feels like to fully relax. To release. And to surrender. And taking just one more moment here. And if you are in bed and if you are ready to continue your night here, you can stay, or if you just want to lie here for a few more moments, then please do. Otherwise, just slowly beginning to bring in that very gentle, soft movement, feeling into the edges of your body. Reawakening with a beautiful deep breath once more in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And as I said, if you wish to just stay here for a couple more moments, you can. And Janine is just going to guide us into the rest of the week.
Having a little nap. So relaxing. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed that beautiful breathwork session with Frankie. You'll see how easy it is to be able to be your self-guide at home our whole goal with anyone that comes to retreat or does this virtual experience is that they have agency over their own health. And that's what we wish for you. I was so out of it, I was staring at myself on the screen, realising you guys were up here. But yeah, it's that you have agency over your own health when you are at home. You don't need to, look for it outside of yourself when you have some simple tools and rituals. This 4-7-8 breath is one that I've personally used so much in my life, especially when I've woken up. It's a really great one for getting yourself back to sleep, staying in bed and just committing to it. And you can see just how your blood pressure drops, how your mind just stops when you achieve that through breath. So well done on joining us for the first night. We're so happy to see so many of our beautiful alumni and some new faces joining us as well. Night 2 tomorrow, so it's the same time every day. We've done that purposely because we know what a good time zone it is for so many of you, and for others you can watch it on replay. But tomorrow we've got a beautiful yin class with Alicia. Again, it's about 30 minutes and she'll go through some really great yin poses that you can do at home that really promote deep sleep. So come and show up in your pajamas. Alicia's been with us over 10 years, and like Frankie, she's one of the most incredible wellness guides that I've experienced. So you're in for another treat tomorrow. And then night 3, we have Frankie back doing Yoga Nidra, which is beautiful. Then Dr. Raj doing a beautiful sound bath. And then myself on the Friday talking about integration. If you haven't already, just make sure you've downloaded the sleep guide. If anyone doesn't know where that is, let me know in the comments and I'll just drop the link there for you. Make sure you download that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. And thank you so much. I'm sending all of you so much love. Bye, Kim. Oh, Kim's back on.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, Tracy and Corinne, Shelley.
Sharon.
Thanks. Yes, thanks,
Carol.
everyone.
So nice
So
to see
lovely
all
to
of you.
speak to all of you and see you all again, and have a lovely night's sleep.
Have a good sleep. Let us know how it goes.
I just realised we have to turn it off.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I was going to turn it off here.
You just turned your laptop down and we're still just chatting. No. We're both breath worked out.
Yeah, breath worked out.